Good. Well, our next guest, I don't know that much about him, but you might know the name Dirk Chernobyl. So please welcome Dirk Chernobyl. Hey, how you doing, Dirk?
Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm Dirk Chernobyl. I'm Kanye West's campaign manager, and I wanted to give an update. Yeah, I needed to give an update because
what's update?
Well, the update is we're still in it. We're still in the run. I feel like this whole situation is too close to call. We might get some recounts in. We might get a whole slew of votes coming in from different states. That's going to, it's going to be neck and neck and neck. Everyone's talking about Trump. Everyone's talking about Biden, but we're going to talk about West. We're going to get back on the board.
I got to be honest, man. I didn't even hear because I've been checking Twitter nonstop, but that is one name that has not been coming up a lot, at least in my feed. Like I thought it was kind of over for him. This is amazing.
Probably all that voter suppression. Probably all of that is just focused on the West campaign.
It doesn't seem like he's even like Joe Jorgensen seems to be getting more votes than Kanye,
Yeah. I was looking at the live radio play earlier and y'all were talking about, Boner Town. And I'm boots on the ground in Boner Town and I'm talking to the people there and we got a lot of votes there and we haven't heard anything. I haven't seen it. I've been checking the websites, the maps, and nothing really is coming up. So
wow. Hey, can I just ask, and I'm not trying to at all make fun of this, but like, how is Kanye holding up mentally? And like, is he?
Oh yeah, it's very serious. It's very serious. I mean, he's good. That's why he felt. That's why he was talking about 2024. He was a little, underwhelmed. But I thought, I took him to the side. I was like, hold on, take it. First off, I need you to stop. I need you to take a sip of that Voss right there. Lubricate yourself. Get your throat. And then after that, I'm like, look at what's going on here. Look at all the trickery and what have you going on. I'm sure when we recount these votes, because we're going to do a recount in all 51 states.
Well, you're going to sue every state for
every single state.
Every state. We're going to count them up because the numbers don't add up.
Let's talk about your stronghold, because your stronghold was Tennessee had 10,000 votes. But what was the ground game for you in Tennessee? Because that was
what was that like?
We were definitely out in Tennessee. What we did was we went to all the Applebee's and we bought our blocks to play Jesus Walks over the loudspeakers.
Wow.
So that it's in people's heads. People know Kanye, he's a man of God, he's a man of the people. I should vote for this man. So that costed us $2 million to get all the Applebee's in the area to play,
to get those 10,000 votes. Yeah. It is tough though, because Tennessee is a decidedly like red, never changing on the electoral map kind of state.
Yeah, see, that's why we paid another $1 million so that after Jesus Walks, we went to the Yeezus album and played Blood on the Leaves, so they associate the color red with Kanye West.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
and is there
smart.
I mean, and there's a reason why you didn't pick Applebee's. A lot of people are wondering, like, was that, is that more of a Biden or Trump place, Applebee's, or?
Yeah, I feel like, that's the real battleground, Applebee's.
Right.
That's the real battleground. So that's why we took it there. People, they want to go on TV, they want to go on these news shows, but we keep it real. We'll talk to you at a table, preferably a booth.
We like
right in between.
A booth is nice. The booth is always nice. Yeah.
Right in between some onion rings. Every good decision ever made about this country has been done in front of some onion rings.
That's true.
Yeah. We're going to open it up to people if people have comments, we'll keep on talking to you as well.
I have a question too, because I did see some footage of Kanye actually voting. I think he voted in like Wyoming or wherever he has a place. And so they showed, they zoomed in on his ballot and you could see that he wrote himself in, but then didn't vote on anything else. And I was just curious, like, why, if he just was like, that's all, just not interested in any of the other, candidates or any of the other issues.
See, that's all part of the plan. And that's what we were asking all our voters. Vote for Kanye and nothing else. And we'll figure it out when we get in there. We'll figure it out when we get in there.
You're going to deal with like everyone. So you were going to just take care of it all once you got in there.
Exactly. Kanye, nothing else. And when we get in there, we'll figure it out. No props, no, none of that. We gonna get that taken care of as soon as we get in there, and then come talk to us, because you don't know who's writing these props up. You don't know who's behind, these sneaky fingers, typing up little props. And then we get in the office and we gridlocked into situations that we would rather not be gridlocked into.
Well, this is an interesting question, because Kanye never officially picked a VP candidate, right? What was the thought behind that? Was he going to just be a lone president and not have any backup, or was that,
that was another figure out once we get in situation, because we had lots of emails out. We've definitely contacted the RZA. Okay. We've definitely contacted, Jay-Z. Still not returning any calls, but we're gonna get there. We've talked to, just as many people as we could. We sent a lot of emails out. We haven't heard back on any of them yet.
Yeah. Is there any kind of bad blood between Kanye now and Lil Wayne, because he endorsed Trump, or like Ice Cube? I don't know if there's any, if you guys are bumping heads with those guys.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Ice Cube on the internet's talking about he contacted Biden and Trump. Who he didn't contact? Us.
Oh,
we have a plan.
Yeah,
we'd like to look at that plan. We'd like to work on that plan together. And Lil Wayne, that's to be expected. We've never trusted Lil Wayne from the beginning. We've never trusted him.
And I did read something. I think people are bringing it up in the chat that you were kind of blaming the lack of response to your emails on the fact of COVID. Like COVID was kind of slowing down the emails.
Yeah. Because everyone's taking COVID tests and they're getting these results, and it's bumping down emails, and then there's so many work emails. We went from meetings that should be emails to Zoom calls that should be email, and every Zoom call has an email, and it bumps it down.
Yeah, of course. Right. Okay. Yeah, that does make
pure gridlock. Pure gridlock.
I'm really glad that we're going to talk about this, because the normal mainstream news is not covering this at all.
Exactly. And we've sent those, speaking of emails, we've sent emails to all those things. We tried to have an Applebee's press conference, and I called up CNN. I called up the Young Turks. I called up MSNBC. Mm-hmm. I called up Yahoo. I said, come down here, get you back
just
on
the search engine. You just called up the search. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Called up Yahoo, and they refused to contact us back.
Wow. That's crazy.
If Jeeves was around, I'd ask him too.
That makes sense.
I mean, this is, now, I mean, it seems like you're still in it. I know you have the recount here, but I'm not saying that you're going to give up, but do you have any plans for the future? Will you be going anywhere? Will you be doing anything, now that it seems like we're very close to announcing the next president? I know that, again, we could have the recounts, but I mean, do you have any other ideas?
What's the fallback plan? Yeah.
The fallback plan is come back, build better, stronger than ever. Now, you may think, will we get involved in the government, do work on local policy? We're doing none of that. We're going to reach out to far more Applebee's and maybe expand to some TGI Fridays.
But so your official slogan is build back better than ever?
Build back better than ever. Starting in the Applebee's to the TGIF Fridays to maybe even the Sizzlers or two. I think the first one is going into those TGIF Fridays.
But wait, so you are saying
build back better? Yeah, build back better was, I think that's Biden's thing, right? I mean, that is like his slogan, right?
Well, in the industry, in the hip hop industry, we have something called a remix, and it's where you kind of take the first version of something and you make it cool.
I do want to talk about this. You've talked a lot about your outreach and how you're going to go to the Applebee's and TGI Fridays. But you haven't talked about
Fridays.
Yeah, TGI Fridays. You haven't talked about Outback Steakhouse, and that is obviously an international restaurant. It's about Australia. And was there a world where you were going to kick Australia or Outback out of the States? Is that we've heard a lot of?
Oh yeah, we definitely doing that. See, so here's what happened: is there was an incident we piloted a lot of these battleground restaurants. We've been to the IHOPs, we've been to the Denny's, and we had an unfortunate situation with Kanye when we went to Outback. We ordered a bloomin' onion, and he stood up. He looked down at the bloomin' onion, and he looked at our campaign team, me, Dirk, Lil Rizzo,
Ski Bop.
Ski Bop. Wow. Ski Bop. That's one of our guys. And he said, This right here looks like the eye of the devil, and I want no part of it. And we immediately left that Outback Steakhouse. And on our way out, he was like, when I'm in office, we're getting rid of them. We're getting rid of all of them.
Wow.
Getting rid of all of them.
Well, that makes me wonder if there might be other sort of, and I don't want to sound critical, but like if there might be other sort of bold decisions like that, if he does somehow get into office, like if there are other like, very aggressive moves that he's thinking about making like that.
Oh yeah. Definitely, a lot of people weren't talking about this, even though, the name was trending, but Kanye was also on the defund the police ban. He was on that lane, but he meant the band. He wanted to defund Sting and get him out of here. Get him out of here. We've had enough. We got to get the police. We need Roxanne out of here as well. We don't like it's too sultry. Ever since we saw, the rendition in the Moulin Rouge Baz Luhrmann picture, we were like, oh, this is too sexy. This is probably what is increasing the sex appeal of our nation.
Well, I want to ask you about this kitten for everyone policy that Kanye had, which seemed kind of unattainable. But we also want to bring up Clark Moneypenny, who has been watching the boards, and just kind of talk about where Kanye did have some strong showings here. And so Clark, you're up here.
Oh yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it, baby.
Oh hey, wait, what's that now?
Hey, how's it going?
Kanye West?
This is Kanye's campaign manager.
Yeah. How you doing? Dirk Chernobyl.
Hi.
We just want to see where Kanye has been fitting in on the map. Clark, I know that you probably have a lot of stats for Kanye coming in.
No, not really. I mean, he sort of just, I think he got like 10,000 votes. Like,
I think you need to recount that. Aren't you able to, type on that keyboard and start tabulating? Why don't you start to tabulate?
For 4 nights. Like that. It's
Clark, we're going to have you go back and start to count.
Please don't make me make it all.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to do it again because the numbers don't add up. At least that ain't even a 100th of the emails that we've sent out asking for votes. So
this took me forever. I can't just.
I'm gonna need you to do it.
We're gonna have to get you to start hand counting it because right now what we're hearing from Dirk is that the numbers are off and there's something going on.
I don't think. I mean, maybe let's give him Tennessee, and then we'll
give him the whole state.
I do want to talk about this, Dirk. We are in this world where blue is Democrat, red is Republican, and I know that Kanye had a color that is. I guess the way I read it was like indecipherable to the human eye, or there was something. It was a very unique color. Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, we stormed BuzzFeed after the blue and gold dress situation. We had to find out the technology in those colors for the fashion line. And then when we locked down those millennials, we trapped them into a room with us. We shook them down. We got the colors, and they said they gave us the key to it. And in that moment, Mr. West, future President West, looks at me and he says, "This isn't the color for my new Yeezys. This is the color for my new campaign." Wow. And so it's a color that when you look at it, some people see blue, some people see gold, but you know what it is. So for a matter of fact, for all we know, those blues that we saw for Biden could have been, some people who ask him those gold.
Right. Now you see, as you say it, I'm starting to see the gold. Yeah, I see the gold right there. Look at that. Yeah, the map is going gold. So that's a real Kanye win across the board there.
Wow. So Kanye is really taking over the map here. Look at that.
I'm just resetting. You can't just reset it. You have to do it state by state. So
okay. All right. Well, we'll let you get back to that, Clark. This has been really enlightening for me.
I also noticed, Dirk, sorry to interrupt, Paul, but I noticed that you don't call Kanye by his first name. You call him Mr. West or
Mr. West or future President West. Yeah. Wow. Just out of respect, and that's what we're going to do. Mr. West, future President West said the moment he finally gets elected and becomes president, he's going to strike his first name from his birth certificate.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's smart.
Wow. And and not to keep you here too long, but I know you said that if he gets in, he was going to make a lot of quick decisions. can we maybe just talk for a second about what that looks like? Secretary of Defense, Homeland Security, anybody like, people he was thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah. We got a 5 point. So we're not only are we just gonna, use some of the cabinets, we might create, new cabinets. So if I say a cabinet that sounds like it doesn't exist, that's a new cabinet that we've
got
created.
it. Okay.
For example, Secretary of Science, Elon Musk. Secretary of Defense, Joe Rogan.
Wow. Wait a second, Joe Rogan.
That's smart.
Joe Rogan. That's our Secretary of Defense.
All right. Yeah, sure. All right.
Yeah. Secretary of Motherhood. That's going to be, my wife, Kendra. Kendra's taking that over.
Okay, so your wife, does she have any? I mean, obviously, she's your wife. Is she a mother?
No, we do not have kids yet, but she's thought about it a lot. She brings it up to me a lot. And so I was like, all right, you want kids so bad, I'm going to make you the Secretary of Mothers. So she's going to, have watch over all of that.
All right. Well, this sounds, I'm kind of curious. These are some really controversial, appointments, but I really like it. This is really great. And this has been great, Dirk, talking to you and getting a perspective. We're going to keep it going here. We'll keep on checking in with Dirk to see if we're getting any more votes. But this has been really, really,
really cool. And I hope Kanye's doing great and hanging in there.
He's hanging in there. We're building back better, stronger than ever, faster, stronger, faster.
That part. Okay. All of that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Building back better than ever, faster, stronger, faster.
And he seems like he almost sampled a little bit of Biden's slogan. But here's a question that someone wanted to ask. They said, did Kendra take the Chernobyl name, or did she keep her maiden name, or did she add like a hyphen?
Kendra just goes by Kendra, much like the artist formerly known as Prince. Right. Because she wanted to take my last name, and I was like, what would slap harder is if you just have no last name anymore.
Oh shit!
You get married, and you no longer have a last name.
I really appreciate that. That is really great. Well, thank you so much, Dirk Chernobyl. You've been amazing. It's great to kind of get in here with you and just kind of see what's going on. And thank you so much.
Keep your ears and feet on the street. We're gonna beat.
Well, okay, great.
That was great.
That was amazing. And if you guys don't know,
I like the way I like the way he went off. He signed off. I thought that was really, really cool.
If you're not following Iffy on, if you're not following him on Twitch, he is great. He's super funny. He's also here. This is his Twitch name here. It's IFDEEZ. You can follow him, and he's also on that new TBS show Super Punch, which is like a Twitch e-gaming show. And he's just hilarious. He's a hilarious dude. So he is.
Great idea. I haven't seen the show, but that's a great idea for a show.
Monday through Friday, 3 hours a night. This is like this is like a powerful show.
Wow.